Instagram just came out with a brand new update for DMs that has been a long time coming. I've been wanting this one for a while. You might relate. We're going to be talking about all about that today. We're also going to be talking about when is a good idea for a business to even consider doing a DM strategy. So I'm going to be giving you the basics of DM marketing at the end of this video, but the main point is to first go over the new update. So let's talk about that. So the new update is the ability to flag conversations, but into different categories. In the past, we've been able to segment our DMs by primary inbox and general inbox, as well as pressing the flag button, which just puts a little orange color at the right side of the DM thread, and it just lets you know whatever, right? So for me, it just lets me know that I'm in a conversation with a prospect. Just whatever flags means to you, just gives you a way to denote your conversations. So now we have 5 categories. There's the flagged category, and then there is the booked category, ordered, paid, and shipped. So the cool thing about this is there's now 5 new categories. The thing I don't really like about it is that we don't have the ability to just call the categories whatever we want. And 3 of the categories are basically the same thing. Paid, ordered, and shipped. It's pretty rare that a customer orders something without also paying for it at the same time. And it's pretty rare that you're not going to ship it within the next couple of days. And also, why would you want to track your shipping on Instagram? You would track it on Shopify or basically anywhere else than on Instagram, because so many of your customers are not going to have like orders or their Instagram account tied to their order. So it doesn't really make sense to me, but that just means that you can denote them to be whatever you want. So of course, you want to start off with, do any of these already make sense for me? Because then let's just use those, and then you can maybe make up some for the different ones. So just to give you an example, for me, my main strategy if I'm ever DMing someone is usually to get them on a booked call, just to see if working together would even be a good idea. So if they've ever booked a call from me, I can use the booked one. And then if they've bought from me, I can use the paid one. But then the other one, the ordered, I've been using that one to mark someone who didn't order, actually. So just the opposite of it. But it's someone who's already booked a call with me, but didn't buy, but might want to at some time, is what I'm using ordered for, just so I can make sure to follow back up with them later. And I know that we've already talked. So this is just a cool new update. Just these 5 categories are now available. Use them however you want. So now let's go into talking about when a DM strategy might be good for you, what type of business you have to be, what size. And the answer is literally any business, any size. I know that's the kind of the boring answer, because it's like, of course, it's a strategy that anyone can use, but let me explain, and I will tell you about the different levels that companies can use this, and you can see where you would fit in, because it might be a very minimal DM strategy. So the different levels at which companies try to DM people would be either at a completely cold level, where it's people that have never followed them or engaged with any of their posts. They found them through a hashtag, or they found them through a search, and they're messaging a totally cold client. This would be something that agencies do all the time. Businesses that usually have a very specific client in mind would do a completely cold strategy, because it's so rare to even find people at all that you can't be that picky, right? And then the next level would be people who follow you but aren't actively engaging. And then the next level would be people who follow you and are actively engaging on your posts. And then the level after that would just be like, people who are engaging a ton, or have already messaged you in the past about working together and they just haven't gone through with it, would maybe be like the next level of qualified customer there. So you can, start at whatever level you think is actually worth it to you. But I would recommend, if you're like, I don't know if this is the best idea for me, but I just want to try to get some results with it. If you can't get results from the people who are actively engaging with you, then it would be difficult to get, results from totally cold traffic. So it's good to start there and then expand out afterwards. And what I mean by like a B2B or a B2C business could do this, because I'm sure a lot of you might get like B2B coaches and consultants, and agencies especially could absolutely leverage the DM strategy. But what if you sell like $40 candles, or you sell $20 whatever? Like, if you just sell like cheaper products, is it really worth it to DM people? And the answer would be yes, but also know that you can do this just for the sake of getting customer research, hearing what customers' objections are. So that's why, especially if you're a new company, this can be really valuable, because if people tell you why they haven't bought from you yet, that is great information to know. And how this might work is, let's say you're that candle company and someone keeps liking all your posts of all your candles. You know they've never bought, but they just keep liking all your posts. The chances that they've considered buying from you is pretty high. So why haven't they is kind of like what we would like to figure out in the conversation. And usually that will come up just from starting a conversation. So it might even be you just saying, hey, thank you so much for keeping up with us. Thanks for all of your continued engagement. We really appreciate it. And then they respond, yeah, of course, I love your candles. I've been thinking about buying them. That would be the ideal situation. And to be honest, that happens quite a bit. And then right away, you're off to a good start. Maybe they're saying, yeah, I'm waiting for my tax refund, or I'm waiting for payday, or I can't decide which scent of your candles I should buy. Whatever it is, you can help them with that problem, potentially get a sale. And let's say in that random scenario I'm making up right now, they're like, I can't figure out which scent to buy. Then now you can know we need to create more content that details our scents, because this is an educational part of our product that people are missing to be able to make a decision, right? So no matter what happens from this, even if they're just like, hey, thanks for reaching out, really appreciate it, and now they like you more because they've actually talked to you and they like your post a lot more, it's always going to be valuable. And for companies that are large and are thinking like, I don't have time to do this, then this is obviously something that you could potentially delegate. And it is something that people have automated in the past. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing any kind of DM Instagram bot automation, because Instagram will just like destroy your account forever, kill your reach, and like you'll be on their permanent bad side if you do some kind of bot in pretty much every scenario. Facebook Messenger has things like minichat.com where you can create Facebook automation bots, and these do pretty well, but they're not used nearly as much today for two reasons. One, people aren't on Facebook as much, and then two, they are aware of it. So they're aware it's a bot now. For a while, you could use like a Facebook Messenger bot and it would be like, hey, how's it going? And they like totally buy it, right? And that's a lot of marketing out there. When it's some kind of robot doing it for you, then often it only works as long as the general market hasn't figured out that it's a robot. So not a lot of people use it nowadays, but just honorable mention there for MiniChat, because it got me good results in the past. But yeah, you could delegate something like this, and you could even tell them, let's start with people who are actively liking our posts, and then just start conversations and see where it goes. And if that's going great, you could move it to the next level of like, just go through all of our followers. And the cool thing is you can do a quick look through their account and make sure that they meet the qualifications of customer you're looking for. If you have a business that some kind of information about them could be disclosed from their personal profile, then you can just not even send messages to the ones that are disqualified. So that's another part of this process that makes it really time beneficial. So you can click right here if you'd like to watch the part 2 to this video and continue this conversation and see what these DMs actually look like. Otherwise, make sure you like this video, and thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.